It is well disguised, but her house furnishings still betray that influence. Oh, how he laughed, of our mother, where the good things were covered in plastic. Now my sister's good things are covered in plastic also. My niece is, I suppose, a princess. It's almost noon and she's still in her nightgown, though her makeup's on, watching television. She's been talking to Lainey, her friend, for over an hour now. She looks up, she yells at Leslie to turn down the sound, then keeps on talking. Bill comes in. Dig this, he says. We go upstairs, he opens a box and offers me a joint. Good shit, he says, very cool. Soup's on, my sister yells. I thought we'd have some lunch. She asks me if I'd like a corn. She picks one up. Ouch, damn corn, she screams. I'm not eating that, says Leslie. I'll just have tomatoes. You get upstate lately? Asked my sister. I feel so guilty. The graves must be covered with shit. I must go. Will you drive me, Bill? She says to her husband. Again, he says, it's like a habit. I'm busy Saturday. Putz, she says, like I ask you for the moon. It's my back, she says to me. I get these pains. But you're all right, Andy? She asks him. I hate pain. Do you remember how my face froze when Dad died? It was like a nightmare. You have to relax, says Bill. Cool down. Another country heard from, says my sister. My Messiah. Mom, you still have that jelly? Asks Leslie. I think it's bad, her mother replies. You're not going to Billy Joel, says my sister. I am, says Leslie. And stay out to all hours, she says, with Tanya Katz? Like her mother would let her? Tanya's very mature, says Leslie. She wears green lipstick, says my sister. Can you believe it? And you're so perfect, says Leslie. Did I say I was perfect, says my sister, always putting words in my mouth. Shul, Andy. Do you still go? I take Leslie on the holidays. It's like Fiddler on the Roof, says Leslie. Comedian, says my sister. We always say Yortzeit. Papa Leon used to have all this stuff, says Leslie. I remember his fishing poles. Fishing poles, says my sister. Dad kept everything in the world. Watches he kept, rings, shoes. Andy, you remember his shirts still in the wrappers, in the original boxes? I never go up there anymore, says my sister. I mean, let's face it, Mom and Dad are dead and only Pinky's there. And Bobby Glasowitz died recently, so what's left? The movie theater's gone and the pharmacy. Carol's is a garage. Here, she says, Andy, taste this. Good, no? Too salty? It's Mom's recipe, her soup. Remember, split pea with carrots. Funny how I've always liked vegetables. And Leslie's the same, even spinach. Any kind of salad, she loves it all. And Dana? Don't ask, says my sister. I mean, it's still that Eric person, that moron. Try someone else, I told her, but no, she says. He's going to leave his wife any day. And I made mistakes too, Andy, she says. I know, I shouldn't have gotten married. I was so young. So stupid. Do you remember Leah Persky from high school, my friend? She's done so well, unbelievable. Remember how Dad used to call her the fat farter? Remember with those smells? You should see her now. So where is he? Bill, my husband. Everything's a big production. He went to the store. Watch, he'll come back without milk. Guaranteed. So what are you going to do, Andy, with your life, she says. Bill was in Macy's out on the island. He says they always need help. Mickey works there. Mickey Jakes. You should talk to him, Andy. Could it hurt? Would you believe it, my sister says? I've forgotten how to bake. Crazy. She then says that her friend Nina dropped by yesterday. Nina hates Joel, she says. She hates her mother-in-law. She has no life. She's like a slave. So I said, look, Nina, you let people control you, then you resent it. You have to be assertive. But of course, in the next second, she's running out to Brooklyn to buy Joel socks. Oh, I didn't tell you. Miracle. Kitty showed up, our long-lost cousin. And so we went to lunch. Andy, it was the most comical thing. She brought along this nut. I can't even describe how he looks. He's a Buddhist, and he only eats raw food. Apples, carrots. And Kitty, of course, she hates cooked food also. Despises it. Wouldn't touch it. She was on something, Andy, I'm sure of it. Drugs. I'm glad Aunt Cora isn't alive. Plane roars. They come every half hour. The dishes rattle. Bill comes in. He's got a copy of Prevention magazine. He asks if I read it. You should, he says. It'll improve your health. My sister looks at him. Mr. Healthy, she says. So why do you smoke? You know, says my sister, I could move. Everybody thinks I love New York, but I don't. I could live in the West. Do you remember when I was out there, Andy, in New Mexico with Dana and Leslie? I loved it there with all those mountains. We go upstairs. Bill shows me his weight room. Leslie's closed her door. My sister calls from the kitchen. Anybody want anything? I can't wait all day. Always excited, says Bill. She's crazy, your sister.